What up, Vic?
Yo, you're hilarious, bro.
Victor, I miss you so much, Vic.
I miss you too, man.
I'm so fucking proud of you. You like on time. We like getting this function started. We like,
yeah, bro.
We're not gonna be a stereotype. We gonna
Yo, it's good to see you. It's been a minute since I seen you.
It's been a hot minute. Well, I mean, I see you on my TV every Monday. That's why we're here.
Yo, you look so good, by the way, man.
Thank you. I work very hard. Although
I know you do.
This quarantine stuff, Vic,
yeah,
it's not like, oh my God, I'm putting on. Well, I'm not putting on pounds because I'm working out, but still, it's just like it's hard to eat right.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know,
likewise,
how it is. It's hard. It's hard to eat right, but we gotta stay.
You in the BX right now?
In the BX, what? Keeping it gangster, son. Still, no, the BX. Who's in the BX? Who's in the BX? Give me a shout out if you're on the BX.
My sister's in the BX.
Word.
Yeah, I got a sister.
Okay.
She lives right by Co-op City, or just south of just south of Co-op City.
Okay.
So you get off on the 1 train? Is that what it is?
No, I'm on 6 trains. 6 trains.
No. I'm saying go to Co-op City. You have to get off on the 1 train. The last stop.
There's a bus right outside my window that takes me straight to Co-op City if I want.
Okay, yeah. So she might actually live right by you.
Probably.
Yeah.
I met your sister, right? Did I ever meet your sister?
You might have. You might.
When
I haven't seen you in so long, bro.
It's been about a minute. Because when I'm in LA, well, no, we've tried to get up. We've tried to get up.
But when's the last time I saw you?
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I mean, it's crazy, but they're not here for they're here for like.
no, it's cool. It's just
cool like, we getting every but we're gonna start because we got people coming in.
Go.
And see stuff. So we're kicking this off new. This is a new thing for the Latino Film Festival called DULCE. Where we're gonna chat. We're gonna talk about content. We're gonna talk about culture. So like the idea of DULCE like really started like sitting with me, and it's just like, especially because we are in this time where it's like so much things suck right now. Like it's hard. Yeah. So like, and this for the audience out there, what is bringing you joy? What is bringing you like the sweetness that's helping you get by these crazy ass times? That's for you, Vic.
I know this sounds cheesy, and I'm not trying to plug it, but I honestly feel like my new show, Baker and the Beauty, it's been amazing to promote something that, because for the audiences out there that know me or don't know me, like I've been, a lot of my work is mostly it's darker. It's it's not suitable for families or like my little cousins or
like Stalker. I live for Stalker, though, mate.
Yeah, or like I could go on and on the stuff that I've done, but like 50 Shades of Grey, you're not gonna bring, you're not gonna bring a 12-year-old.
Why not, Vic? Why not?
Listen, I don't want to get But to answer your question, like I really feel like what I've been doing that's been bringing me a lot of joy is promoting Baker and the Beauty, because I really feel like, not to sound cheesy, but I feel like it really is a sweet escape. And people who've been watching it, all I see on the messages is like people who've been loving it, and so far our viewership goes up and up every week. So I feel really good, honestly, and I don't mean that because I'm plugging. I really feel good about promoting something I love.
Well, I am right there with you, but let's take a step back real quick, because just in case there's some people here who haven't seen Baker and the Beauty, tell them about it. Let them know what's up, because I'm in love with the show, Vic. It got so much heart, but we'll talk like.
And for everybody out there who don't know Dom or knows Dom, like if he says something and he's real about it, he'll let you know. So I know you mean that, because I know.
Oh, Vic, you know.
I know. No, I know.
You know. But tell them what's it about.
So The Baker and the Beauty is a heartfelt romantic comedy about a Cuban family whose eldest son, the Baker, has an amazing. Say what? Daniel. Yeah. I'm sorry, the Baker. I have like a serendipitous encounter with an international celebrity that turns into a wild Miami night. So the story is about these two people really trying to figure out if they want to compromise their lifestyle for love.
So getting back to what you were saying, the amount of joy it brings. Like I have to be honest, we had this conversation. I'm so grateful that this show exists right now, because there's
by the way.
You need that moment of levity and like that moment of magic and of romance. I mean, right now, I'm quarantining by myself. I have not touched a person in 5 weeks. Yeah, not even my mom, son. Not even my mom. Like I haven't.
Not even my mom, son.
I mean, my relationship right now is me and my hair, Vic. Like,
yeah.
Me. But it's just like I know that on Monday nights I can be taken away and be reminded of love and being reminded of magic. And you know, when we talk about love, I don't even just mean like, you know, the romantic love between like, you know, Daniel and Noah. I mean like,
but even the cariñoso between family members.
Family. That's what makes, I don't know if y'all like, y'all better be fucking watching this show out there, but like, it's so much love, and that joy and that love translates. Like, y'all gotta love each other. Like, as actors, as beings, like do y'all love each other? Like
yeah. Dude, no lie. Like, I feel like I haven't had a job like this on working with a cast that I really care about since How to Make It in America, which was on HBO like 10 years ago, which is crazy. It's 10 years.
It's been 10 years, Vic?
I think so. Like, or like 9 years or something like that. But you know, that's 9 years of like filming other projects that like I wasn't as close to the cast as I am now. And Lisa Vidal, who I know you guys over there love her.
Lisa,
so much.
I mean, Lisa, Carlos Gomez, David W. Like, y'all have a cast of beasts. Like, y'all are bringing it every day.
And yo, it's the kind of thing, you know, going back to what you're saying for all the actors out there, like, it's kind of one of those things where, like, you know, when I was doing The Baker and the Beauty, while I was filming that, I saw the kind of like caliber of actor that I was working with, and it made me step my game up like a lot. And I think that's why people are responding. You know, they're responding to the whole cast, but I feel like a lot of people are responding to me because I like literally was like, oh my God, this cast is so gangster that I gotta step my game up, like, for real.
Vic, yeah, they are gangster, but you just as gangster, Vic. Like, you have always been one of my favorite actors. Like you bring so much light and just like truth. Like, you are the truth. Like, there's never been a moment when like I don't believe you. So recognize, you know, your gift too.
By the way, we should tell the audience how me and you met.
Tell them. Let's see. Because you be twisting stories around there.
no. So you and I did a play up in
we did, but that's not what we meant. We met at Toronto Film Festival, Vic, for like a hot second.
Oh, so I don't remember that. I'm talking about when you actually for real met.
When
like,
we chill, yeah.
Like, and then we connected. We were like, yo,
that's my dude right there.
Cookie. we were doing a play up in Vassar in upstate New York at Poughkeepsie, and it was a play. Wasn't it directed by Tommy Kail?
Tommy Kail of Hamilton. Yeah.
Tommy
Kail, he directed Hamilton. We were doing.
And it was called Shoe Story. Called Shoe Story. And remember Tommy Kail. They didn't even write Hamilton at the time. Nobody even knew what Hamilton was. And I remember Lynn came to visit us up there, but they had done In the Heights, and I was geeked out because I loved In the Heights. Yeah,
because this was like right after Heights. This was like one of Tommy's first things after In the Heights.
Yeah. But one of the important thing about this story is that me and you know, when you go up there and you're doing a play, they put you in dorms. So you and I were in a dorm together. We were dorm with you.
Yeah, so we would like cook and we would like drink milk because I was fat at the time. I was fat.
You were bigger, yes.
No, I was fat. I lost 200 pounds. Damn it! Like, yes, I was fat. But we would have milk and cookies every night
after a long day of rehearsals. When we put up a show, me and you would bring out the milk and cookies, and I was like, I feel like I'm 12 again. This is amazing.
Yeah, we would. It was amazing. But like, you know, that's love, B.
I feel like I have to tell that story. It's such a good story.
No, it is good, and you know. Thank you for telling that. But let's go back to Baker and the Beauty because like I love this show so much, and I want to say something. Like I learned something from Baker and the Beauty, or it's just like there's a spiritual element, Vic, that I'm not sure if you've tapped into yet. But for me, what I got, especially from the pilot, is the power and the magic of what happens when you say no to something that doesn't service you. Because you have a moment in that pilot when you're at the restaurant with the girl and she's proposing and you're like, no. And it's such a beautiful moment. But in that action of saying no, that opens up a world of possibility. And for me, that resonated on a huge spiritual level. Like, I was like, wow. Yeah,
well, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Because so many people, I mean, I'll speak for myself. I know so many people who have stuck in relationships or situations that didn't service them, that would have said yes to the relationship, just, you know, that doesn't make them happy, just out of fear. And the fact that Daniel listens to whatever it is inside and says no, that's why he's able to meet Noah. That's that magic that comes, and then it just opens up this whole world, not just for him, but for his whole fucking family. And it's just like that floored me, and that you like, that's one of my favorite moments from you, like in that pilot. It's just like, whew. And then it takes on this whole magical.
By the way, thank you for that. Also, I just want to big up the actress who plays my ex-girlfriend, Vanessa.
She's great.
She's great. Her name is Michelle Ventimilla. She's a New York actress. She's dope. Yeah. And like I said again, like when I was shooting that scene, like all the scenes, when you have actors like that, it really, and I really mean this, like I think it makes your job as an actor like a lot easier. I think when you work with actors that are not, you know, I'm not saying as good, but like are not great.
No, I mean, you like your cast is just stellar.
It's really dope.
Stellar.
I got lucky.
Stellar.
I got really lucky.
It's a reason to tune in just to see like what these people gonna do, you know.
I got really lucky on that front.
Yeah.
But I also want to tell everybody who's watching and listening, this episode is going to be a special episode tonight because we actually we go to Puerto Rico, like you see the island in ways that you don't see the island on network television. So for all the Boricuas out there, you especially,
hell yeah,
you guys are gonna love this episode because you see PR and like we really shoot up in PR. It's dope.
And y'all shot the whole series in PR, so it's like
we shot the whole series in PR, but we recreated PR for Miami. This is the actual episode where we actually so we already shot in PR, but we never like actually in the story
played PR.
Yeah, so now we this episode we up in Viejo San Juan. We go to Piñones, which real Puerto Ricans know Piñones, you know. So we shoot up in Piñones. But yo, I love shooting in PR. I love PR. Like PR got a special place in my heart because it's not the only time I've been in PR. I've shot a few things in PR. Yeah. And also like I grew up in the LES in New York, which a lot of people know. I grew up in Somebody said Boricua Huepa.
Boricua Huepa. You're Dominican, right? You're Dominican.
Yeah. So for everybody who doesn't know, so my mom and my dad are from the Dominican Republic. I was born in Harlem Hospital in New York, but all my fam still live. A lot of my family still live in DR. But I grew up in a Puerto Rican neighborhood in the 80s and 90s, which is the Lower East Side. So my Spanish and the way how I look, people always think that I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm actually Dominican. But I feel like I got a lot of love for PR because of how I grew up. Like, you know, my friends are Puerto Rican. My first girlfriends were Puerto Rican. You know, like everybody was Puerto Rican when I grew up.
I mean, you brought the LES up, and I was actually gonna save this for a little later, but
yeah.
It's been 20 years since 5 Feet High and Rising and 18 years since Raising Victor Vargas. Yo.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Damn, like, 18. Wow.
5 Feet High came out in 2000 and Raising Victor Vargas came out in 2002.
That's right.
Vic,
no, you know what? I don't count when they come out in my mind, but you're right. I count when we shoot it, which is always different from when it comes out. But yeah,
like
right.
Yeah. So 20 years in the game, Vic.
20 years.
You're OG. You're OG.
I don't know about OG.
You are
Lisa Vidal and Carlos Gomez are OG.
Amen. No, they all OG.
Yeah.
But
what was the question? Yeah, what were you saying?
What would you go back, like being 20 years in the game? What would you tell Baby Vic 20 years ago about
you know what I would have told Baby Vic? I would have told Baby Vic to trust people in the business that have my best interest more. Like, you know, people who represented me and people who actually had my back. I think I came into the game so young, and I came, you know, I was, you know, I'm in my heart, I'm a neighborhood kid from New York, right? Street kid from New York. Everybody knows that. And so I came into Hollywood like with that mentality, and I had a lot of people, or a handful of people that really like saw the talent and saw what I couldn't see, but I didn't trust. And I think I would tell younger Vic, if I was to look back, is to trust more the people who like really wanted me to do well. That's what I would say.
Yeah, we want you to do well, and we want to keep watching you do well, and we want the Baker and the Beauty to do well. So no, believe and trust and own that. How did we get in America? What's up? What's up with the reunion? At least a Zoom reunion or something, son. Like,
for How to Make It in America?
Yeah, it was such a great show. Like it was just a great show. Yeah,
that
like have you noticed that a bunch of
all the time. People always hitting me up about when we coming back. That was one of the real, like when I found out we weren't coming back. Like, you know, there's a lot of heartbreak when you're in this business. You know, you always, you know how it is. You don't get the part you wanted to audition for. You didn't, you know, meet the person or work with the person that you wanted to, you know. So, but that was the one heartbreak for me that really like hit me hard because I really loved working on that show.
Yeah.
You know, me and Brian, you know, I would even say Cuddy and Lake Bell. Like I would say we would all want to come back. I think, you know, I think it's a decision beyond the actors.
Yeah.
It's shit that's beyond us. And like, you know, if the fans keep keep saying it, keep campaigning it, maybe we might come back. But we all
here's what a lot of people have been low key doing. I mean, you're already on a great show. You're a successful show, but a lot of people have been doing like these mini Zoom reunions where they just kind of get together on their own and like have fans. Maybe that's something y'all want to do, like on your own. Be like, yo, what's up, Brian? What's up, Cuddy? Like, and then
think about that.
Yeah, because I mean, we got to be home.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I didn't think about that.
Like, I think the Real World, one of the Real Worlds just did something like that. They got like 1 million.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're welcome.
Well,
you're welcome.
No, that's a good point. I don't know why I should have thought of that, because I do Zoom with my cast, like on this show and Baker and the Beauty. Yeah. So I'm like, I didn't think about a reunion. You know why I probably didn't think about it too is because, like I'm already on this. So like to be like, but dude, I get people hit me up all the time about how to make it.
Yeah. I mean, the fans run, they go crazy for it. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no reason why you can't have 2 hit shows at the same time. Multiple streams of income, baby. It's 2020.
You're so funny, dude.
I'm just saying, multiple streams.
Yeah, you cracking me up, bro.
Multiple streams. Yo, so for the people out there in the chat, do me a favor. If y'all could
I'm
submit
watching all this shit. I'm watching all these, like, this is mad funny.
But I want y'all to like submit it through the little question box, because I don't want to.
And then you'll ask me.
Yeah, and then I could find it, and then I could put it up for us, and then it could be like that. Like right now, I'm gonna see if there's. All right, so nobody has asked a question. Ask a question in the question box, and we can do it like that.
Is the one always find my. By the way, every time I get recognized, so like sometimes I get recognized for different things, right? Sometimes people approach me, I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, yo, how you even remember me from that, right? But when people say, yo, I remember you from Vargas, I literally go out my way and I show mad love to strangers who love Raising Victor Vargas, because that movie, you got to be like a fan to know that movie.
But let me tell you something. Victor Vargas changed the game, and so, like from the Latino Film Festival, like perspective, like it has influenced so many filmmakers. Like, I create now too. And like, I look at Victor Vargas and I look like that always. That's my frame of reference. Like it changed the game. I mean, it's a work of art, and I'm so.
I was super lucky and super blessed with that one.
But you know what's so crazy though, Vic? I think I told you this. But like part of my workout routine, like whenever I get like a day where I'm like, I don't want to work out. Oh my God. I literally think about you and it's like, do you want to be a Papa Chulo or you want to be a Papa Fake?
Yeah, by the way, for everybody who's a Vargas fan, that line, yo, you want to be a Papa Chulo, Papa Fake? That was improv. Like that wasn't even written in the script.
But that's why you're amazing, V. Like that's right. Like that's right.
But honestly, that wasn't even written in the script. Yo, me, Melanie Diaz, Judy Marte, my little brother Sylvester Rasuk, we did so many improv, and what was great about it is that director let us do our thing on that, and that doesn't happen. For like
it doesn't happen. But again, that's one of the that's part of the reason why that movie is magical, man. Like that's the reason why it's influenced so many people, and for some of the younger generations, if you haven't seen it, like
that's
you need to go to Amazon right now and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Before I start questioning.
No, actually, I found out somebody hit me up recently. It's not on Amazon. It's on Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah.
What? Oh, all right. So check out. You heard from Vic. Check out Hulu. All right. So we got a question from.
You ask it. Let me see.
Stephanie Ramos. Have you faced a lot of typecasting situations? And if I can add on to. Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. So a lot of typecasting situations, you're gonna face it regardless if you're white, black, brown, yellow, doesn't matter. The thing is that you have to know like what you want and who you really are, and it's up to you if when you get that role, what you want to do with that role. If you want to play the stereotype or you want to change the game and do something different and take a chance. And I think sometimes the ones that take a chance when they play the stereotype, when they cast as a stereotype, I think the ones that take a chance are the ones that really break out. For example, I think on my show, Baker and the Beauty, Michelle Ventimilla, who plays Vanessa, my ex, it was written as like super typecast, like Rosie Perez type, and she didn't play that at all. She actually really humanized that role, and I think more and more episodes come out, people are more relating to her character more than anyone else because they can understand what it feels like to be heartbroken, what it feels like to be cheated on, what it feels like to be the second girlfriend or whatever, the third girlfriend. And so that's my answer to that, is that it really is on you and the confidence you have in yourself to either play the stereotype or take a chance and not do that.
And you've had a great career though, Vic. Like you have played so many different like kind of out of the box roles. Like, you know, if you look at Dogstown, if you look at bringing it up again, I love that show Stalker, yo.
wait, hold on. I got one more thing to tell Stephanie though.
Yeah, tell that.
Another thing about so like I've been stereotyped, like I said. Another thing too is that you got to take a brave chance, and like you don't, like a lot of actors, most actors don't even have this opportunity. But sometimes you got to just turn work down if it's just too stereotyped. Like if you feel like this is way too, like there's nothing I'm gonna do with this, then sometimes you got to be brave enough to turn it down. So that was my last thing. So what we saying?
No, but that goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the power of no. Like if you have the courage to stand in your truth and sometimes to say no to what doesn't feel right, it opens you up to a bunch of magic. And like you stay hustling, you're always working, and like it's such a blessing to it. And like it's not like you have been locked into these certain things. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I'm so proud of you for.
I want to know another question. This is fun. Pick a good one.
Yeah. Oh wow! So we got the same question a couple times. So I'm just gonna take it from C. Colicchio. Who do you dream of working with? Because you work with everybody.
Yeah, I worked with a lot of people. I've been mad lucky. I think I want to work with. You know, I know you worked with Benicio. I've worked with Benicio del Toro.
And he loves you, Vic.
Yeah. Did he tell you that on set?
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the things about you, Vic, is like, because you know, I always do my little set check sometimes, like, yo, I'm working with this one. Like, do you know them? Can you like?
And I told you to go up to Benicio del Toro and tell him, yo, tell him I said what up. And that broke the ice.
Yeah, and everybody smiles. Everybody, like your name carries such regard because you're such a beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you know that. But you know, so I want
to work with Benicio again, and then I want to work with J-Lo actually. Like I want to do something dope with her. I think after watching I watched Hustlers. But honestly,
it was banging, son.
It was dope. She was great in it, and I think that she actually like just owned who she is, and I think like her work has flourished since. So I want to work with strong Latins. So I want to work with J-Lo, and I want to work with Benicio again.
Amen. And Dominic Colon again.
Dominic Colon, viste?
Yeah. Somebody asked, "Do you miss How to Make It in America?" You already said that. Oh, this is a great question. When did you decide to move to LA? Because I know from a New York perspective, like there's always a question: when do I go? How do I?
Yeah. So I went through the same thing everybody else goes through. Actually, for a while I was bi-coastal, and I still want to say that I'm bi-coastal, but I'm actually leaning more like I'm more LA. You're funny, bro. Your face is hilarious.
You're LA.
But so what was the question? When did you decide?
When did you decide to move?
So I decided to move shortly after. So I did Raising Victor Vargas. I got a lot of like attention from that, and I was like 18 or 19. I didn't want to move to LA right away. But my biggest advice, if you get a job in LA, I would say, obviously take the job if you're going to do the job, but take that opportunity and don't be cheap. Like try to stay extra if you can and really explore LA. And I think once you get a job that keeps you in LA for, I don't know, a few weeks at least, I think that's when you should really consider it. That's what I did. On my second movie, it took place in LA. And once I finished the movie after 2 months, I pretty much like, I was out here a lot more, and then I slowly phased to moving out here.
Yeah, so it's like LA made you make the move, right?
Yeah, LA, it's like when you get a job out here, you really see how it is. And I would say invest a little bit more money and like stay in a hotel or Airbnb, which didn't exist back then. That's how old I am. So I would say invest in an Airbnb, like stay longer and then really explore it. And I think that's when you would make the move. It's like if you get a job in LA.
Yeah. For those of y'all who are asking questions, I see some of y'all doing it in the chat. Do me a favor, please do it on the little question box so we can see you, so I can screen.
That's so funny. I've never done this before. This is so funny.
Well, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because other people are like, are you single? It's just like, no.
That's hilarious.
Mind your business. How about you mind
your business?
I don't have to tell them to mind their business. I get to look at it. So what do you prefer performing, drama, comedy? What's more difficult?
All right, so this is a tricky question, but to be honest with you, I think that the comedy, in really good comedy, I think if you play the drama and you play the actual, sincerity of the scene, I think that is the comedy. So it's a trick question because I like to play both because I don't think that there's one or the other. I think they actually they're both one. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's for example, one of the things.
Okay, go ahead, and then I'll tell you. Go ahead. No, then I'll say.
No, I was going to say that's actually one of the things that I learned from you as an actor when we did Shoe Story is that I think most of the people would consider it a comedy. But you were so earnest and so truthful that you were funny, but you were also heartbreaking, you know? And that's one of the things that I remember, like, when I wasn't on, I was watching you. And
so you pretty much hit it on the nose. Like, I think the drama, I think the comedy's in the drama. You just gotta be earnest, and then the comedy will happen.
And tell the truth.
Tell the truth,
Yeah.
What else you got? Ooh, I love these questions.
Yeah. This is a good one. How do you reset between projects?
Yeah, so this is how I reset. I like, so a lot of my money, when I make money on a project, what I like to do is that I like to travel a lot. So I travel, one of the hobbies that I do is that I travel the world. You know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I've been here, and there, but I've been to a lot of places, and it's been thankfully because of the blessing of, you know, earning money doing what I love. So that's how I reset in between projects. I just take off and go to a different country and explore.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now we have time for like one more.
So fun.
It is all right.
I love this.
It does feel like, I'm not gonna lie.
I love that we
It does feel like back in the day, like when we used to ask questions, be like, "What are you gonna do in 10 years?" What do you see, like the milk and cookie? Like, if I still ate cookies, I would have bust out the cookies, man.
You're hilarious.
Who was your inspiration going into acting?
All right, so my inspiration, I love this question. My inspiration was John Leguizamo. When I was really young, I got these, you know, I don't know, back in the day, you used to get rush tickets, like schools, like, you know, New York City would give schools rush tickets for students who couldn't really afford them. And I saw him in this one-man show called Freak. And when I saw that, when I saw Freak, I was blown away. I was really young. I was, I think, 12 or 13. And I was watching this one-man show, and I was like, I want to do exactly how he's making me feel. I want to make people feel how he makes me. He literally did every impersonation of every person in my family, and it was like brilliant. It was brilliant. And so when I saw John Leguizamo do that, I was like, that's what I want to do. So John inspired me to be an actor.
So John inspired you to be an actor. What inspires you on the daily?
You know what inspires me on the daily, real talk, is the representation. Like, so there's days, like, everybody out there, like, who's not in the business, who's not actors, whoever's listening, like, who's not even in my business. Like, there's days that I'm sure that everybody gets up and goes, man, I don't want to go to work. Like, oh, fuck. Like, do I really have to do this? I feel the very same way. There's days I have that, even when I'm shooting something. And so what really keeps me going is that I just always remember that what I'm doing is beyond, like, just me and you, dog. It's really about getting our culture, our brown skin out there, and really and knowing that the message is beyond Victor Rasuk. It's more about getting our culture as, like, Latins really out there. And that's what motivates me. Real talk.
Yeah, no, like, I've been meditating a lot on this idea of essential workers, like what it is, and like the work, being a creator is an essential worker. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your performance has shaped a generation of creators. Like, I saw somebody in the chat, Victor Vargas made me want to be an actor. Like, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, so that gift, that blessing that is bestowed upon us is a really, really powerful thing, and it's something that we should never, like, ever forget. I try not to forget.
By the way, Dom, I know we got a lot of people there. Like, I think we got a lot of people watching, but I also remember, like, I always, like I was just telling you, like, I always know what motivates me, and then on the days that, like, I feel like I don't want to do this shit anymore, like, there's days I feel like that, and then I always, like, come back to myself and I go, why am I doing this again? And remind myself that it's not about the ego or your own, like, branding. It's beyond you, and that's what really motivates you. But also, I also never forget that there was a whole, you know, crew of actors and artists before me that gave me this position, or allowed me to be in this position, to be able to talk to you, and you too, to be able to talk to each other now, and, like, having, you know, so many people who are so curious and, like, want to ask questions, because I know that, like, I didn't get here on my own. I know that, like, there was a crew of you know, a long list of actors who helped me get to this place. You know what I'm saying?
Vic, I'm one of the many people on this chat who loves you, who will always rock with you, support you.
I got so much love for you, bro.
So much love, and, like, for y'all in the chat, we feel your love. Make sure y'all tune in tonight, 10 o'clock, Baker and the Beauty. If you haven't seen it yet, y'all can go to HBO online, HBO on
No. So it's on ABC. It's on ABC tonight at 10 p.m. And then if you miss it, if you guys miss it, you could catch it tomorrow on Hulu and any time after that on Hulu.
That's what it was. I was.
It's all good. It's because you still think about how to make it in America. I know you.
That's what it is. I was just like, I had that bug. No, but it's such a blessing tonight. 10 o'clock, ABC, Baker and the Beauty. Vic, so much love. We got to do it again.
I love you, man. I'm gonna text you after. This is awesome.
All right, love you so much.
Yo, send everybody over
thank
there.
Y'all. Thank you so much. Love to all y'all out there. Thank you for tuning into Dulce. The New York Latino Film Festival loves you. We all love you.
And much love to you guys too. Thank you for having me, for real. Thank you.
Have a beautiful Monday, y'all.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.